Fantastic. Welcome to the show, everybody. It's Nightwave Radio. I'm your host, Mersh. Mersh Comedy on Instagram, blah, blah, etc. NightwaveTalk@gmail.com. Fuck, man. I can't catch a break with Spectrum. Oh, we're going to talk about Spectrum tonight. I want this clipped. I want Spectrum tagged 100,000 times. Fuck Spectrum. 0.46 megabytes a second upload speed. Thank you for the new modem and the new router that did nothing. They're ruining my life. They're ruining my life now. Like at this point, they are fucking ruining my life. But don't worry, Spectrum. I'm on your ass because now I know what the problem is. Thank God I was able to do a little digging and find out just why Spectrum is fucking me every night. Oh, good. Now I have 100 megabytes download speed, too. They're not giving me, they're throttling my internet, and I figured out why tonight. We'll get into that in a second. If you can, please like, subscribe, and share this video out on your social media. Sorry for the shitty, sorry. It's nothing I can fucking do. I've tried everything. Welcome to the program. If you don't mind, consider a donation. RevengeOfTheSith.com/Nightwave if you want to, you know. Are you shitting me right now? Did I just cut and paste? Did I just cut something to paste it and then it just didn't save? Thanks. This is going to be a great night. Anyway, welcome to the show. Consider donating. RevengeOfTheSith.com/Nightwave. If you buy me a coffee, we'll read your comments live throughout the show. So, had a fucking rep come out today. He looked at everything. He was even having trouble getting shit to work, whatever. So I'm talking to him, and he goes, I'm like, I need, I told him to bring a new router and modem, whatever. He goes, I don't think this is going to fix your problem. I'm like, oh, I don't think you realize I don't care. I'm wasting Spectrum's time and money right now because they're wasting my money and time. And he's like, I feel you, man. I found out some stuff about Spectrum, though. Some fun things. One, that they have my entire apartment This is why my internet is slow, and this is why the situation is unfixable. I can't even do anything about this. They have my entire apartment complex operating on one node. Now, usually they have a node, for like a house. We're operating on one node for an entire apartment complex. So my problem with the internet is that everybody in this apartment is using the internet at 10 p.m. every night. That's my problem. So when everyone's using the internet in the apartment complex, the entire apartment complex gets throttled. So I say, okay. Obviously, then the simple solution to this is to remove Spectrum from my life and find another carrier for my internet. Well, good news, guys. Turns out Spectrum, because I live in Lakeland, Florida. I have options. If I was living in a house, I could get Spectrum. I could get Verizon. I could get Frontier. I could get anything I want. I can't get another internet service provider here. You know why? Because Spectrum, remember the people that were having a pizza party in my apartment complex? And I thought, that's weird. Spectrum has a contract with my apartment complex. They get kickbacks so that nobody else is allowed to connect internet to these buildings, because they have a contract with the property managers. So I can't even get new internet. So I'm just fucked. I just can't do a show anymore. That's the deal. That's where I'm at now. And for everybody going, time to move, time to get a house, time to move. Are you fucking paying for it? because the fucking IRS ain't giving me any help. Nobody's giving me any help right now. I'm not going to rent a fucking house. I'm just not going to do that. I'm not going to rent a house just to do a fucking show from. I'm not doing that. So I'm going to contact the property managers Monday, and I'm going to go, why do you have a contract with Spectrum? That should be illegal. You shouldn't be allowed to dictate what internet I have. And I'm going to call Spectrum and ask them, why do you have a contract with my apartment complex that feels illegal? And also, you have one node for my entire complex. So fix this shit. So I don't know what to do at this point, but I just don't have internet that works at the 2 hours I need it to work every night from 10 to midnight, because all these fucking kids are probably home playing video games and shit. So I don't really know what to do at this point, but I'm kind of fucked. And for the record, somebody said get another apartment. I'm not moving again until I buy a house. I'm not moving again until I buy a house. I'm not going to move to another apartment for a year and then go fucking get a house. I'm not doing that. I would rather eat my gun in Minecraft. So yeah, I don't really know what to do at this point. I really don't. I have an apartment complex that has some sort of a fucking contract to keep me in a monopoly with a service provider that's actually not going to provide the service. I don't really know what to do at this point. But it's gotta fucking stop. It really has to fucking stop. I really don't know what to do at this point, but I really should just pay for an attorney to bother my apartment house complex and bother the shit out of them and just waste their time in court. Let's see. Let's get rid of that homo. Let's get rid of this homo. All right, there we go. So, and I like the people going, you're getting DDoSed. No, I'm not. I fucking reset my IP address. So that would be pretty difficult to do. Run off a hotspot from another provider. I can't even get them to legally install. I would have to buy something and have it sent to like Royce's house and then configure it here. So, you know, this just sucks, man. This just sucks, man. And I'm just tired of doing this every fucking night. Every fucking night. Every fucking night. Every fucking night. It's the same shit every fucking night. And like clockwork tonight, I was like, this is going to happen again at 10 o'clock. It's happening earlier and earlier every night. Yeah, so that's literally going to be what I'm doing. I'm going to be having to shop for a new ISP, but I don't think I can get one. And it fucking sucks. No, and I can't use my my mobile hotspot either. I'm not using my mobile hotspot because that's gonna fucking suck. That's gonna suck too. Let's see. Also, anybody who's gonna come in and talk shit tonight can go. Goodbye. Goodbye. Stop complaining. Can I call into the show? Fuck. You know, there is no bigger loser thing to ask ever than, can I call into your show? No, you can't. How about that? This isn't a show where I need callers. Frankly, I don't need callers. Very rarely have I had a call and said, wow, it was a great call. Glad somebody called. So, I don't know. Yeah, I can't. The thing is, I can play video games after midnight. It's only during my show that I get DDoSed or whatever it is. I don't think it's DDoSed, but whatever. They throttle the internet. I truly think it's the node thing. When he told me that tonight, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And the guy goes, yeah, you just have one node and the whole apartment complex runs through that. So if everybody's using your internet at night and that's why your shit's slow, I'm like, well, then they should probably fix that. I can't get the T-Mobile internet. I can't get the, I can't get any of that. I can't get any of the alternatives. So anyway, let's see. Yeah, that's not. Oh, good. Thank you. Thank you for that, Spectrum. Thank you for the email letting me know that I've set up my account. Yeah, I know. I set it up. It's doing really great, too. You guys are doing really great for me. Really great fucking work out there. So how about everybody tag Spectrum? Because I don't have Twitter anymore. Matter of fact, I'm going to make a video bitching about Spectrum and explaining how they have this shitty contract and how they're fucking everybody and throwing pizza parties, but they can't give you the internet I need, but they can afford pizza for all these fucking kids here. And then everybody can just tag them on the internet. I don't care. I'm going to have your phones off the hook, Spectrum. Off the goddamn hook. Believe you me. This shit sucks, man. It's like I'm so distracted by it, knowing that the show probably looks like shit right now. Whatever. Let's just make fun of James, I guess. I need a fucking drink. I need a goddamn drink. That's really what I need right now. Oh, good. I didn't fucking bring a glass in here. You know what? Fuck this. I'll be right back. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with this. I got to figure out an internet. If somebody knows of an internet workaround, how I could work around this fucking monopoly, please email me and give me some advice. I warn you, please do not bother even trying to sell me on anything satellite-based. Satellite stuff does not work in Florida. It rains. It fucking storms every 4 minutes. So, you know, it is what it is. Let's see here. By the way, I love the people that are giving me all these suggestions. Yeah, I ran a few hundred feet of Cat 7 throughout my... Yeah, I have a Cat 8 cable. It runs right to the modem. All of these scale back your tech, Mersh. None of that helps me if my upload speed is 0.5 megabyte a second. You get that? I could scale this show back to nothing, and it's still not going to be smooth at 0.5 megabytes a second. That's unreasonable. That's an unreasonable fucking thing to ask me to have to live with.
As I had stated.
And Demon Slayer, here's the thing. I pay for 1,000 gigs of signal strength. If because everyone goes, get business, they have a monopoly here. I would still have to get Spectrum, and it still runs off the same node. So if I pay for more internet, they're still going to give me this shitty internet. That's how it works. When I'm in fucking listening to Drake on YouTube on their fucking smartphones, what does that leave for me? Unplug everybody else's internet. Greg, I've thought about it. Honestly, I actually know. I'm not going to say anything. Let's just say I know where the internet is routed now for the whole fucking place. You know what I mean? And I've thought about it. Very much thought about yanking everyone's shit. Let Spectrum come on 50 other service calls. If I had a nickel for every hoe that betrayed me, I wouldn't be so mad about my internet tonight. I wouldn't even be doing this show. Anyway, let's get back to James. I'm sorry. I'm running the clock out. Oh my God, we're in the green. Did my internet finally stop throttling? Maybe I'm speaking too soon. I don't want to get too excited. But I do see green, and I have not seen green all night. I'm doing a speed test real quick. Hey, the internet's back. Let me take a screenshot of this because I've been trying to track the results of this because I'm doing screenshots now every 15 minutes or so with my system tray in the view of the fucking screenshot so that I can log times and places. And, you know, I could really give them shit. All right, so let's continue with James here. Hang on, I see another fag in the chat. Unless one of you guys nails him first. One of you guys will get him. Oh, I guess not. I guess I got to get him. All right, so here we go. Back to James. I know you were... Of course, the speed already disappeared again. Already throttled. Already throttled again. That lasted maybe 3 minutes. 3 minutes I had good internet. Hatman says, check the vid, Mersh. I'll check the vid in a second. Oh, the video of the, okay. John Griggs for 5 announced that you're collecting donations for displaced Ukrainian Jews. That speed will be a flamethrower. Okay, it's pretty good.
Every single time.
I'll give you that. That's very funny. Announce that you're collecting donations for displaced Ukrainian Jews. Your internet speed will be a flamethrower. That's fucking amazing. Very good, very good. I don't know. We're going to keep trying to do this. Even though they're still throttling my internet. I might still give them a call tonight. I don't know. We'll see. We yell at them. Displaced Ukrainian Jews. You're right, though. I should just do that. I should just play the game. I bet if I wrote a check to the ADL, my internet would be fixed tomorrow. Yeah, I'm only getting 0.6 megabytes a second. That's my average. They just won't. Dude, my internet speed shot up for about 2 minutes there, and I was like so excited, and then I said something about it. Let me see. Continuing here. Ba-do-boo. Chad, I have my dad's boat for $20. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Let me give you one of these. This is house fund. Don't go to Frontier, LOL. No, if I buy a house, I'm just going to get Fios, dude. I mean, because even today, like, by the way, my Spectrum technician was awesome. He actually, like, wasn't trying to keep me on Spectrum, and he was telling me alternative ideas that I could do. But one of them involved, like, fixing up, like basically adding semi-permanent expensive equipment to this apartment. And I was like, I'm not doing that. If I buy a house, I'll do the idea he had, but unless I have a house, there's no point. I'm not going to fix this place up. Fuck them. I'm not even going to get my security deposit back, probably. Fisted Sister for 10. Like, what if Avon Barksdale was up against Steve Bannon, you know? Like, what if, LOL, cheers, bad luck, boys. Maybe use this to upgrade your internet speeds so it's not dropping frames like last night. It's not my internet plan. I pay for good internet. I explained it. I explained it at the beginning of the show, sir. Enough about the goddamn internet. Bane Koof coming in with 2 coffees. Thank you, buddy.
Cup of coffee in the big time.
Says, try buying a mobile hotspot service. I bet Verizon is decent service. Just a thought. I'm looking into it, but they won't sell it to me based on my address because of this contract, which, by the way, somebody said is legal, but it's not ethical. It's actually illegal. Part of that FCC thing that they passed. By the way, thanks, Sleepy Joe. The FCC actually did pass a ruling that apartment complexes are no longer legally allowed to enter into arrangements with ISPs. So I'll be sure to be contacting my office tomorrow, on Monday, and I'll be contacting Spectrum and asking them, hey, how come you have this unethical fucking contract that the FCC actually made illegal this year? Why is that still in place? I feel like that should have been dismantled. And they're throttling me again. Joe Santo for 10 says, when you call Spectrum, can you tell them they are worse than James? I mean, they kind of are at this point. I don't think they're going to know who they are, though. I might end up just buying a hotspot and, like, putting it under somebody else's address. And then I'll fucking, you know what I mean? Let's see. Fur Pineda bought a coffee.
If it's not too expensive.
Says, can't you talk to the property manager to add more nodes or something where they are more agreeable to talk, or your neighbors as well to pester them as well to get more nodes, or do you get more internet providers? The problem is for Pineda is that I live in the hood. This isn't the kind of place where you go around with a clipboard asking people to write down their names on a list. You know what I mean? And the property office isn't going to respond well to. Trust me, I've tried to be nice to these people in the office. They're not nice people. They're scumbags. They came and pounded on my door one morning like the police and woke me up to tell me that I couldn't have a nice potted plant on my balcony because no personal items on the front. And I'm like, it's a fucking plant. This place is a drab hellhole. I thought I was brightening it up. Trolley in the Now for 2 says, can you get Starlink? I already covered that. I can't. I live in Florida. It rains too much and it's cloudy too much. I can't trust a satellite to provide anything to the state of Florida. There's a reason why Dish Network is not a hit in Florida, because people actually want to see the football game on a rainy Sunday. And then, yeah, Billy Detroit for 20 says, great show. Call Spectrum. All right, we will call Spectrum. I promise. The bonus segment tonight, I will call Spectrum. Let me get a little more tipsy. Let me really I have nothing to lose at this point because they already fucking ruined my life repeatedly. So I'm going to call them, but I want to get a little more drunk, a little more fired up. Trolley in the Now for 5. Hey, man, long-time listener, short-term donor. I don't know if you know this, but your internet connection's trash. I know, sir. I know. Trust me, I'm going to spend my weekend trying to find any alternative I can possibly find. Relax. I'm going to call Spectrum, you fucks. It's Friday night. I'm going to run late, you fucking assholes, you nagging assholes. Let's see. All right, we'll have to call Spectrum here. I might have to mute for a minute, though, so we'll do this. Well, now what do we watch? Oh, I think I had another Carton Arcs. We'll just do another Carton Arcs. I'm trying to kill time. I'm on hold. I didn't know at this hour that Spectrum was going to be overwhelmed. And here's the problem. And the problem is, honestly, frankly, I think I've gotten to the bottom of why I'm having internet problems every night. And, you know, with all due respect, like, I know you're just doing your job, but they're not going to let you tell me what's going on. But I asked around and I found out what's going on. So my apartment complex, which houses hundreds of people in probably at least 15 to 20 buildings, we're all operating on the same one node. So when I need to do my show at night, 10 o'clock to midnight, which is a hot time for the internet, everybody's using the internet and they're clogging up the bandwidth. And my problem is that, the problem is that Spectrum has entered into an agreement with my apartment complex to freeze out all competition. They have a contract with my apartment complex that states that no ISPs can do any business in my apartment complex. We're just Spectrum boys. You guys come here. I literally have pictures of signs in my apartment complex. You guys like have an exclusive contract with my apartment, like property managers. You guys come here and throw pizza parties for the kids, which is great, except I'm not here when the pizza parties are going on. I'm at work. And when I come home, my internet doesn't work. So I would like less pizza and more internet. The problem is that the contract that Spectrum is currently entered into with my apartment complex is illegal, according to the FCC as of 2008. So I want to get another internet service provider to come provide me internet service that's better, but I can't because Spectrum and my apartment property managers are entered in a federally illegal contract arrangement. That they eased up those restrictions years ago and said that you can't do that anymore, that you got to let us shop. But I can't get anybody else here to give me internet because, this thing's still going on. So I don't know what to do at this point, but you guys clearly have a monopoly in my apartment complex. You guys are also incapable, or at least at the very least unwilling, to upgrade the equipment to allow for more bandwidth in an apartment complex of hundreds of people. And now I'm being a customer of yours and a customer of theirs. You guys are kind of like behind my back, kind of high-fiving and being like, yeah, screw this guy. Like, we're just going to, not you personally, by the way. This isn't you. I'm just telling you what I know of the scenario. So I need to figure out what's going on. Like, either you guys need to provide me with internet that works, or I need to, like, you know, file an FCC complaint and tell them, oh, remember that thing you made illegal 14 years ago? It's still going on in my apartment complex.
All right, sir. Well, I mean, you know, I definitely understand your frustration. You know, considering that you're having so much trouble. I know you just had the technician. Now we may want to have another out to verify. You know, like, I do see the equipment was swapped out. At least the modem was.
But here's the thing. I got to be honest with you. This technician, he didn't just come out and just slap a new modem in and be lazy and leave. This technician worked his ass off. This technician was trying to figure out why the new equipment wasn't even working for hours, and he had to communicate. Like, there's so many glitches and like subpar equipment you guys are using that even the technician was like pulling his hair out, going like, I'm gonna do my best for you, man. And he got the internet kind of up and running again, but it's just doing the same stuff with the new equipment. And the issue is as I found out, that you guys are running an entire apartment complex on one node that's meant for maybe 4 or 5 houses, and you're just like treating us like the poor garbage people that we are because we live in a shitty apartment complex. You get me? Like, so I'm just paying you guys $70 a month, the same way a dude that owns a house across the street gets to pay $70 a month, but he's got his own node, so his internet's cooking at 10 p.m. boy. My internet is dying because a bunch of people are at home playing, you know, 2K at 10 o'clock at night on a Friday, and I'm trying to make money doing, like, I stream for a living. That's how I make my living. So I'm getting my internet, like, my upload speeds are 0.5 megabytes a second. And again, I can't go get another internet provider because of an illegal contract between my property managers and Spectrum. So, like, you guys kind of have that, not you again, like, I know you're trying to help me out. I'm just letting you know what the company is doing, which is your company is saying, well, yeah, screw them. They can't go anywhere else. They're going to operate through one node, whether they like it or not, except I can't continue to do this. So can they either upgrade the node, add another node, or like provide the service I'm paying them for? Or like, I don't know where to go with this other than I can just say that right now there is an improper arrangement between the people I pay rent to and the people I pay for internet. And sending a tech out's not going to help it. You know what I mean? Like, you can send 100 baffled texts to my house and they're going to go, I can't help you. And since the problem happens between 10 o'clock and midnight every night, you're not going to send a tech to my house at 10:30 at night. I'm not even wearing pants at that hour. So nobody wants to be in my house at that hour. So they're never going to be here when the problem's happening. And even I can sort of put together and place 2 and 2 together and figure out where the problem's stemming from. I just need to know how Spectrum is going to help me. I don't, listen, between you and me, if you guys tell me right now, listen, you got to pay an extra $30 a month, $20 a month, I'll pay you that. You throttle everybody else's stuff at 10 p.m. to midnight. I'm willing to grease the wheels here, but my internet cannot be interrupted between 10 and midnight. You get my point?
No, I definitely understand the reliance and the urgency.
So who do I got to bribe? But, like, is there somebody I can get patched through to that I can offer a bribe to and get this done? No, I'm serious, dude. I'm serious, man, because everybody's just playing NBA 2K in my apartment complex. They're not making money. I'm losing money every time you guys shut my internet down because everybody's home and it's Friday and everybody's, it's time to, you know, stream Netflix. And then you guys go, oh, fuck the guy who's actually making his money from the internet. I need to fix this. And since you guys have an illegal monopoly in my apartment complex, I can't even just go shop. You know what I mean? It's driving me nuts, man. I'm not trying to take it out on you. That's why I'm trying to be like cool about this. Like, I'm not trying to be a dick about it, but I know the game. I know the score here. So who do I got to bribe? Who do I got to throw a couple bucks to? I got money.
The only thing that I can really do here or suggest, I know it's not necessarily what we want to hear, but the proper procedure to getting this escalated to maybe have that node looked at a little bit more clear is to have the technician out.
But he already came out and he looked at the node. Here's my problem, right? I have like literally like I had stage 2 cancer and I keep contacting you guys. You guys are the doctors and I've contacted the doctors a million times and then it became stage 3 cancer and now it's stage 4 cancer and now you're telling me, you know what we need? We need to pull another doctor into the room. And it's like at this point, none of your doctors have helped. I'm dying. I am literally dying at this point. So like at this point, I'm just trying to get somebody to hook me up with some morphine and let me just be kind of docile around my grandkids as they watch me wither away. The bottom line is I got to figure something out because at this point, this entire problem is based on the lack of nodes and then the fact that you guys have an exclusivity contract with my property managers, which as of 2008, according to the FCC, is illegal federally. And I mean, I know you guys had the whole, you know, the whole service tech, you know, kind of getting carried away with an old lady in her apartment lawsuit recently. So I know Spectrum's trying to dial back the misbehavior. So maybe we could, you know, can they just make my internet good? Like literally, that's all I'm offering. I'll pay you guys extra. Just make my internet good, people. That's fine. I know how America works.
Well, we definitely want everyone to be getting the service that they're paying for.
You do and you don't, but it's fine. I get, no, they don't. The problem, here's the problem. You're customer service. So you're going to get all the complaints. So I know you guys in customer service, y'all are soldiers. You guys want the shit to work because people like me are annoying. And I get that. The problem is the people that collect like 6 million yearly bonuses and like fucking make illegal contracts with apartment complexes in Florida. They don't give a shit if my internet works or not. You know what I'm saying? Like you do, because it's like, cool. If more people's internet worked, I wouldn't have to deal with this ornery idiot at late night on a Friday night. So like, I know you want it to work. The problem is the bosses really don't give a shit, frankly, if it works or not. And I'm paying them $70 a month to throttle my internet so people can play Madden online. You know what I mean? It's driving me nuts.
Well, if it's a problem with the node, then you know you aren't the only one that's experiencing the problem. You know, if they're playing Madden, they're dropping through, they're calling us. So you know, if there's a
but you get like the node. The node's not the problem. The node's working fine, but you have one node for 15 apartment buildings. That would be like if I brought 15 women back to my apartment and tried to please all of them, right? Like my stuff's working. But like, you know, 15 women is 15 women. I mean, even the most impressive man alive at some point is going to go, look, I need some, like, can you make me some toast? Let me take a nap. Can I, like, you know what I mean? Drink an energy drink. Can we, you know, can we regroup a little bit here? So it's not, the node is working. It's just, unfortunately, Spectrum is cheap and awful and a terrible company. And they just went, well, we'll just give these poor people in this apartment complex one node. Fuck them. They can't bitch anyway. Who cares? And the problem is that I make my living like streaming. You know what I mean? So it's killing me.
Well, I've definitely seen cases here where we do maintenance in an area and we split the node based off of, you know, feedback from our customers.
Bro, I got the same Spectrum truck in my neighborhood so often that I thought the FBI was investigating me. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all are out here all the time. It ain't helping. I'm just saying, when I come outside, and like last week, I took a picture of it. I see a sign on my front door, all the front doors of my apartment complex. Hey, Spectrum Internet's hosting a pizza party in our apartment complex in the rec room. And I'm going, why? And then I realized, oh, they have an exclusivity contract that's illegal with my apartment complex. I understand sucking up to the local kids and being like, hey, he wants free Papa John's. The problem is I'm not here when you guys are giving out the free pizza because I'm at work. So I don't even get the free pizza, but I'm also not getting the product I paid for, which is internet. Like if I want pizza, I'll hit up Domino's. So you guys are literally in bed with my apartment property managers in an illegal contract doing this whole thing so that Frontier and Verizon and AT&T, everybody stays out of this apartment complex. They know, hey, don't even come around here because they have a contract with those people. But you're giving pizza out at, like, that's my money. Like I pay for internet. I don't get internet when I need it. And then you spend the money I give you to get internet that you're not giving me on pizza for kids. I don't know. So it's like, can I please, again, is there a, look, you and I both know that there is a thing. Every company has one. a little, you talk to a supervisor, you give them a couple $3, and then they, all of a sudden this guy, maybe he does a little bit better when he's trying to...
Entering an illegal contract. I mean, that's not something the Spectrum could do.
Well, neither is entering into an exclusivity contract with my property managers. See what I'm saying is like, you guys are already doing an illegal thing, but it's inconveniencing me, and then I'm proposing a thing where I give you even more money on top of the money you're already making to let me also get an illegal arrangement, and I'll pay you on the side to just make sure my internet doesn't slow down for the 2 hours a day I need it.
Well, I definitely understand, but it's just not an arrangement that we would have any way of being able to code here to help with making that, work in your favor. I mean, just the signal goes in the way it does, and if there's some type of problem and it's causing your internet to go down, nothing done with anybody here would be able to correct that. We need to have somebody come out, because it's likely not.
He came out today, though. And he told me the problem. The problem is that we have one node, and that 500 people are using the node at 10 p.m., which is a very popular internet time. You work at Spectrum, you get it. And I'm doing my show. So when my upload speeds go from 11 megabytes a second to 0.5 megabytes a second, I'm now flashbacking back to a time when my mom was alive and I was eating fucking pizzeria combos and logging on to AOL Online and listening to Wu-Tang and having a blast at 56 kilobytes a second on dial-up. I can't do this, man. You guys are like, I can't have the company, the service I rely on to make my money, like, not work, so then I can't make money, and then have them also send my bills to collections because I can't pay them. Like, you understand? It's kind of an unfair thing. So, like, is there anybody that can, like, I know what you're saying. We'll send a tech out. I understand how, like, I worked in a call center, the escalation thing and all that. You have a certain level of things you can go up to, and the highest level you can do is we'll send a tech out. We sent the tech out. Give you new equipment. We got new equipment today. It still doesn't work because I'm on the same node and because my property managers are in an illegal exclusivity contract with Spectrum Internet. So, given the recent, controversies and all the stuff with the, the grapes and the things and, all the things, Spectrum's not doing great lately. Could I get somebody on the phone that I could also enter into an illegal arrangement with that just benefits me instead? You know what I mean? I have money. Let's go.
Yes, but there would be nobody I can get you on the phone that can make that kind of arrangement. But if you would like,
I'd love a supervisor though, so I could talk to them and also bring these things up, because my calls are also monitored and recorded, and I want to make sure that, like, I've been tracking my internet speeds. I've been screenshotting. This is a thing that I'm building into my own little case here. You know what I mean? But it's not you, dude. I'm trying to be cool with you. Like, you're being cool as shit. I'm trying to be cool with you. I just curse naturally, so I'm not like angry with you. I just hate the company you work for, and I want to get this rectified. So I'm not trying to make this hard on you. But if we can get a supervisor and I can talk to him and then I can give him the same spiel I'm giving you, and then he also will provide me with no relief for my problems, and then I can at least make my case that you guys are taking my money and just, you know what I mean, telling me to beat feet. And then I can, take this to, I guess, the FCC.
Okay. Hold on one second, sir. We'll try to discuss it with someone who might be able to hear it out and get you a better resolution. Just hold on one moment.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you. I think we're having fun, right? You guys having fun? Fuck, let's have another drink, boys. We're gonna talk to the supervisor. Oh. By the way, Stephen Rockwood saying they ain't gonna do shit. I know they're not gonna do anything, but this is I'm literally, if I do this in real time, live on the air, there's no lying. There's no, I'm not obfuscating any facts. We're all doing our thing here. I'm just letting you know what I'm going through so people can see it and bother Spectrum about it. To what we want. 10,000 Noodle says Mersh is going to get himself arrested. I mean, eventually. I have a solid 2 more arrests in my life. They're coming. This is fun stuff.
So I went ahead and reached out to one of my leadership here, my supervisors, let them know the situation. They're heading back to their phone, and I'll be reaching out to them and getting you right over to them in just a few moments.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, man. Like I said, dude, you've been cool. It's not you. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? This isn't one of those like escalation of like, oh, you're being cool. It's just, I know that you're also kind of, your hands are tied just like mine are.
Right. No, well, I'm glad we can at least find some way of, getting you on a little more than me. So just a few more moments here, and we'll get you in contact and try to do our best to get this situation fixed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We're doing it, boys. Farag Susan says, get ready to explain the entire situation again, LOL. That's fine. This is what I love. I live for this shit. I'm here to make you guys laugh. By the way, nothing's going to get fixed. My internet's still garbage right now. 64.8% of tonight's show's frames have been dropped. That is a majority. That is, do you understand that if this was if the dropped frames and broadcasted frames were running against each other for president, dropped frames tonight are Joe Biden, most popular president in history. Kyle H says, explain it again, Mersh. He clearly doesn't understand the nodes. Yeah, but here's the thing. He panicked when I brought up the nodes because they know. They know what's going on around here. You can't have one internet node for an apartment complex my size. You need to have 2. We're just going to do this. We're going to play his game tonight. This guy, we're going to close out tonight's show. Just waiting on the boys. Pessy's, the Odyssey, shit. It's Midnight Rift Party on Odyssey. I'll give you the link. Listen, normally I'd be pissed if somebody came in and asked for somebody else's show while I was live. I would take it very personal, but it's Pessy. Let me do this. I'll just do this. Let me look for him. Midnight. I like how everybody like uses me as a fucking, like, as Google. Somebody actually said earlier, like, how do I find that thing? And then they spelled out exactly how, if they just wrote it on Google, they would have had it. More often than not, people will just ask a question in the chat that if they typed it into Google, they'd have the answer faster. There you go. There's a link, though.
I'm going to place you on a brief hold. I'm going to reach out, and I'll transfer you right in just a moment.
I appreciate it. Thank you. But, like, I'm surprised there aren't more retards coming on here and typing in my chat, like, laundromat near me. I don't know how to help you, man. By the way, I'm only doing this because of how much money I made tonight. I look, I have been making really light money lately. Like, between the internet problems and then like people just not donating. And I know there's IRS agents, inflation, like the money's been drying up a little bit this month. Oh, maybe I'll call them, maybe I won't. But then people donated too much money tonight, demanding this. I had to do it. I didn't even want to do this, but you know, some of y'all were like really. A lot of people donated big money tonight to go. Just call Spectrum. Mr. Ollie goes, twist ending. Spectrum guy watches this and rethinks his life choices. Dude, one day I'm going to have such a meltdown with Spectrum that I'm going to hire one of these call reps on the fucking phone. Maybe it's this guy tonight. Maybe I just get this guy. I'll be like, you want to be a fucking e-celeb? You want to get doxxed and called a faggot every day, but actually make pretty good money? Yes. Where I'm having some issues. I've been having some issues for, actually years, frankly, but lately they've gotten kind of out of control, and I've been begging Spectrum to make this right. And, we've had techs out, we've had credits of, sometimes up to a whopping $1.50 at a time given, but really nothing ever gets fixed. So all right. So I'm a live streamer. That's how I make my living. And I'm not playing Fortnite for 4 people kind of streaming. I'm a live streamer and I do pretty well. Look, most of the time I'm not even home. I'm at the gym or I'm doing other things. There's literally like 10 hours a week. I need the internet to be pristine. And it seems to be the 10 hours a week that the internet's not doing great. So my internet throttles every night when I do my nighttime show from 10 to midnight. Approximately between 10 and 1 in the morning, there's always internet problems. My internet it's not even the download speeds. Those are fine. The upload speeds absolutely get obliterated. So I'm like, trying to figure out what's going on. I'm streaming. Nobody's hearing me. Nobody's seeing me. I'm getting a lot of complaints. I'm losing money. And it turns out it's because my upload speeds are like 0.48 megabytes a second. Like it's like I'll 300 megabytes download and you're like, oh, it's great. That's fine. You can game, stream. Cool. My upload speeds go from 11 megabytes a second to like 6, and they just throttle. Now, I've come to realize it's because Spectrum Internet has a exclusivity deal with my apartment complex, which I don't know if you're big into economics or like, free market type things. But the problem is that when there's no competition, there's no ever desire for everybody to be better and compete with each other. So my apartment complex entered into what is, as of 2008 by the FCC, an illegal agreement with Spectrum to provide, exclusive service to my apartment complex. But the problem is then there's no real desire to improve the service. So we're operating on one node. Like, I know you guys are operating on all these nodes in the neighborhoods or whatever, and things are routed through there, and nodes are just larger routers that are meant to, route the data wherever it has to go. So we have one node, and it services an apartment complex that probably has no less than 300 to 400 people living in it at any given time. And that's on the books. It's a lot of people renting rooms and stuff. So it gets out of control. So we have hundreds and hundreds of people operating through one node that basically should be servicing a cul-de-sac, not, you know, an entire giant apartment complex with a bunch of poor people living in it. I pay for internet. It throttles every time I need it the most when I'm making my income. Since this arrangement is affecting me now, like we had a tech out. By the way, your tech came out, performed beautifully. Look, he did everything he could. He went to every little source thing, looked at wires, cleaned things off, tried to do whatever he could to make this thing work. He spent what was supposed to be a 30-minute service run. He was here for 2.5 hours because your things don't work. And finally got my internet going. It was nice and fast. He put in a new modem, put in a new router, bing, bong, bing, cool. But the problem is that the same new equipment is still being routed through what is subpar infrastructure for so many people. And the reason our infrastructure is poor and the reason why we can't get good internet is because, again, you're locked into an illegal exclusivity contract with my property managers. And so there's no real, like, you know what I mean? Like, nobody really feels inspired to reach for the skies and upgrade things and do things. Like, it doesn't matter. We're all poor people in an apartment complex. Like, who cares? But the problem is it's now affecting my business. So I need to figure out, as I said to the rep earlier, since the agreement that my property managers has with Spectrum is kind of illegal now, according to the FCC as of 2008, and having one node is very, like, sort of indicative of, like, you'll do what we tell you and you'll deal with it because you can't get internet anywhere else. I'm stuck in a position where I'm not even bitching or crying or I'm going to go to the government. I'm literally asking you guys, I have money too. I'll bribe people. I'll give you money the same way that my apartment complex does. Whose palms do I have to grease so that I don't care when these kids are playing NBA 2K at 10 o'clock at night. I don't care if their game lags a little bit. They're not going to give you money like my apartment complex does. But what I'm saying is I'll give you money to just make sure my internet doesn't get throttled. I'm at that point now. There's nothing you guys can do from a technical aspect to fix my internet. We've made that clear. I want to say the rep I talked to tonight, he's wonderful. He's a nice dude. He's doing what he can. I'm not complaining about him in any way. But Spectrum as a company, their attitude is like, well, you'll just deal with that because I have an exclusivity contract with your apartment complex. Like, you'll do what I say and like it, but it's killing my income. So, like, who do I got to, like, what up? Who do we talk to? It's got to be a cool dude that knows how to flip a switch and go, you know what? Some of those, like, as the same way Spectrum says the people in my apartment complex are less important than all the other residents of Lakeland, I want to get in on this action and say, I'm still more important than all the other people in this apartment complex. So I'll pay you money to give me the same thing you're giving. You know what I mean? You see my point? You see my, like, what I'm saying, right?
Well, I mean, ultimately, sir, I mean, there's nobody that's more important than the other. I mean, with this regard, there's
no, I mean, in theory.
You can even tell me.
In theory.
Nobody can tell you when we pull up accounts, there's not one thing in here that's going to tell me who you are personally, who you are, where you live, things like that, as far as, you know, if you make more money than somebody else. That's not how the system works.
Dude, so I know enough computer engineers. Somebody has already designed that program out of boredom. You know what I mean? Like, it's not even a matter of, oh, that's not even possible. No, it is, because I know computer programmers, and they're the kind of guys that go, I want to design a thing that's just going to, like, hook one guy up over others. Like, even if we don't use it, I just want to, like, look, we live in a world now where, like, you know, the fucking NSA, like, knows what I like to look at when I'm having fun with myself. Like, you get my point. Like, everything's already integrated. So it's very, like, the thing you're saying is impossible by computer science standards is very possible to do. And Spectrum's a huge company with billions of dollars that they can pay out to people that their technicians have, you know, done terrible things to. So, like, I'm just saying, like, you have the money and there is a way to do that. So could we do that?
And I understand that, sir, and I let you discuss that. I'm just trying to give you an answer, okay? So if you just give me a moment, I can try to go over it with you, okay? So what I'm saying is I'm not saying that it's not possible. I'm telling you our system, though, does not do that. There could be a system at another company or another thing that does what you're referring to. That's not what our system does. So what our system does is it tells us if the services are on, if they're getting the services they should be getting, if their equipment is showing that it's online, the signal levels, things like that.
Yeah, we're all cogs in a machine. I get it. The problem is like you guys are given a certain level of like visibility of what's going on. I'm given even a less level of visibility of what's going on, and they obfuscate and hide things from everyone. What I'm saying is that all these things are possible. And all I'm saying is like, I need to get my internet to work, and sending a tech out for the 5th time is not going to work. So like you're operating.
I want your services to work too. That's what I'm trying to go over with you. Okay. So what I'm trying
but
to
they don't ever.
But that's again, that's what I'm trying to go over with you. So with that regard, I show you had a technician out last year. Okay.
I had a technician out today.
Technician out yesterday, or yesterday, today. At that point in time. So I see that. So those are the 2 that I see. I don't see 5 that you're referring to. I'm just trying to go over the history on the account. But because we did have a technician, yesterday, technically today, because it's been within 24 hours, and it's still having the same issue, then that's something we need to send them back out to have and be like, hey.
But can I ask you a question? Can I just, I'm not to cut you off. I'm sorry, but I'm just frustrated. I've been dealing with this for a year. Is there any way, like, again, as I've stated, with my situation, I'm in an apartment complex. My apartment property managers are, as it stands as of right now, 8/20/2022, are entered into an illegal contract by the FCC with Spectrum that only Spectrum can provide internet to my apartment. So I can't even shop. You understand? I can't even shop though. That's like that's wrong. Like that's wrong that they like have an agreement, and then what those agreements spawn is complacency. So what happens is that Spectrum goes, well, those losers can't go anywhere else anyway. They can call Frontier and AT&T all day till they're blue in the face. But we have a contract that's technically illegal as of 2008 FCC ruling.
And
so
I can't comment
like
on anything with that regard, sir. That has nothing to do with your
now we're doing press release speak. Are we speaking like a publicist now? You have no comment on the matter. I'm not asking you to commit to what I'm saying. I'm telling you that my property managers have an illegal contract with Spectrum to provide a monopoly in my apartment complex. And then as a result, you guys go, well, we'll just build one node. There's 1,000 people or 5 people accessing the internet. These losers that are locked in a contract, these cattle that could just, they'll get internet from us because where are they going to go? I'm just going to, hey, you get one node, losers, like play less NBA 2K. I get it.
That's not how that works. And that's what I'm trying to explain to you.
That is how it works, though.
We have a certain amount of people that we put on a node. If there's too many people or too many,
we have one node, ma'am. We have Jasmine Homes Apartments has one. Listen to me. They have one node. There are 15 buildings that all have 4 apartments in them and a bunch of people living, some people living fucking 5 to an apartment. You get my point? So there are hundreds of people, and I'm telling you on God, as God is my witness, my entire apartment complex has one node. So what you're telling me, I know isn't true, because I know that like you are not being dishonest with me. I don't think you are. You're telling me what the company swears they're doing. I'm telling you that Spectrum, and this is going to be a shocker, is lying to both of us. You see, you know what I mean? So what do I do here at this point?
Okay, I can send something over to our dispatch department to let them know that the issue is still occurring, and then that way they can call you first thing in the morning about getting someone out there to see why it's still occurring. So if there's an issue with the services, we want to.
I could tell you right now, because I already had a tech out today to my apartment. Like, I'm not sitting doing a 2-hour time window for a tech. Like, my weekends are my weekends. I'd rather stick a gun in my mouth than ever sit around on a Saturday, a beautiful Saturday in sunny Florida, waiting for a Spectrum technician. Like, I'd rather look my nephew in the eyes and watch him die. So what I'm saying is, have them figure out the dynamic. Like, my stuff's all been checked out. All my equipment's good to go. So something needs to be fixed between me and then I go out and my internet doesn't, and then the apartment and their illegal contract with Spectrum. Somewhere between my apartment and the property manager's office and the telephone pole in front of the complex is where the problem is. So I'd like you guys to figure this stuff out. Because otherwise, like, at this point, I have to start just raising noise everywhere and making a point that my property management company and Spectrum, who, by the way, I don't know if you know this or not, Spectrum's got their own problems going on in their public perception right now with, with the rapes and all that. So I'd have to start making an FCC thing, and I have a podcast, and trust me, when you guys aren't messing my internet up, enough people watch it. We need to do something about this. I need my internet. I just want my internet to work.
I'm trying to give you.
Why is it? Can I ask you something? If I'm at a Burger King and my burger's cold, right? I just go, hey, my burger's cold. And they go, oh man, that's fucked up. Let me get you a hot burger. And it's done. Why is Spectrum so weird about just, I don't know why I can't provide the service you pay for. It's a mystery. We're going to have to escalate it. I got to get the NSA involved. Like, if I get a fucking steak that's undercooked, I go, this is not cooked. This is not medium rare. They go, I'm so sorry. We'll throw it back on the grill for you. Why are you guys just so incapable of providing the one thing you need to do, which is internet?
Give you a resolution for that, sir, and that would be for us to escalate the issue.
Yeah, which is what you guys always do, and nobody ever fixes it. It never gets fixed. It's been a year. Come on, dude. Like, I'm trying to be cool. Like, I'm not even being mad with you. You're cool. I like you. I'm not even trying to be mad at you, but like, your company is like absolute garbage. Like, Spectrum should just be dismantled. Like, I don't know what to do. You guys can't fix it. You've made it clear. I told you the fix. One node, 15 apartment buildings, 4 apartments per building. You're like, that's what I'm telling you. The problem is a lack of nodes. So but you guys, that costs money, and you're paying out too much money to old ladies that have been raped by technicians from Spectrum. So you can't afford to fix my nodes. So I got to get but then you have a contract with my people, and then I can't get a new internet service provider that's not raping old women in their homes, that can afford to give me my...
At this point, what would you like me to do?
I would like you to provide me with a minimum of 6 megabytes per second of upload speed. Which is, by the way, 60% of what I pay you for. I'm asking you for a compromise. I want 60% of what I'm paying you for. Is that fair? I think that's more than fair.
That's something that we want you to have as well. And that's why I'm saying I would love to escalate this issue for you and have them reach out to you, so that way we can get someone out there to see if it is something outside of your
It is. It's outside of my power. It's the exclusivity contract between my property managers and Spectrum. I'm telling you, like, you're like, oh, we got to get to the bottom of this. We got to crack this case. And I'm already telling you, I have the smoking gun. I have bloody fingerprints at the crime scene. I have DNA evidence. And you're like, I don't know, man. We got to fucking chalk it up to the district attorney. See what they say. And I'm like, I'm telling you, this dude just shot the woman. I watched him do it. And you're like, I got to escalate it to the dude. And I'm like, no, I'm telling you what the problem is, but you guys aren't going to address the problem. So then I have to address the problem, and I'm just doing that. Really, frankly, ma'am, you guys cost me so much money in the last week that I'm just spiraling on my live stream right now, and really, frankly, recording this just so I can make up all the money you guys fucked me on this week. So, it's like we're kind of almost even at this point, but I still want internet, please.
All right, so I can send that over to them. What is your best contact number for them to reach out to you in the morning?
That would be, hang on, it's 863
So I will send that over to them, and they'll reach out first thing in the morning about sending someone out there.
Well, let's not do first thing in the morning. I work nights, as I mentioned, and they've already ruined my life in more ways than one. I don't want to wake up at 8 in the morning on a Saturday. Can you put it in for them to call me around 1 o'clock? That'd be great, please. I
can't put a specific time. If we put this ticket in, they would call you first thing in the morning.
Fantastic. No, I love it. I love dealing with Spectrum. That's great. I love getting up first thing in the morning. You know what they say, early bird gets the worm.
Okay, so they wouldn't call you before 9:30.
Oh, well, that's still, practically 4 in the morning for me, but we'll make it work. I'll make sure that my phone is nice and loud, and I'm, good and cranky and sober in the morning.
I do apologize again. So that's been submitted, and then they'll give you a call in the morning, okay?
Thank you so much.
Thank you. You have a wonderful day.
Yeah, you as well. That was better than the last one. Come on. Bro, the last fucking call to fucking customer service was wild. This beat that one. Come on. Come on, guys. Give me a little. Can I get a little, I feel better now.
If you're not Caucasian, then leave.
Sorry. Vince McMahon said it.
Come on out, you rapist!
There we go. I gave you what you asked for. You guys wanted the Spectrum call. I gave you the Spectrum call. Everybody, by the way, Taper needs to clip this. Everyone bother Taper and make sure he clips this. Nightwave clips don't get a lot of love on the clip channel, but this needs to be clipped. I feel better, man. I feel better. Spruce says, I think he was even madder last time. Honestly, I was angrier last time. This time, I'm clown pilled. I went clown pill on them. It won't be fixed, trust me. Oh, no, I know it won't. I'm going to go find a bootleg provider. I'm going to find something. Like all of the, by the way, I want you to let you know, I'm not trying to make things right with Spectrum. This relationship, I went into this, I talked to Spectrum tonight the way I talked to a girlfriend. I know it's over with. I'm talking to you to try to fix things, and then I'm talking to you, and I know you're going to leave anyway and just make a point, so I'm not going to beg you to stay, and I'm not going to, but baby. Nope. I'm just going, I just did the whole, like, no, you know what? I'm going to go humor her, but I'm also going to make fun of her to her face the whole time. She's breaking up with me regardless, but if I can clown her a little bit on the way out, I can feel better about myself. I was just clowning fucking Spectrum because we're gonna break up soon anyway. Randy Crush Saga, their responses to you trying to bribe someone were great. Yeah, because I was like, yo, like, what am I gonna do? Like, we're all disgusting poor people in this apartment complex. Fine, cool, but I'm still less poor than these other losers. So do I get a tier where I get special things? The apartment complex gets special thing. I'm going to get kicked out of this place. Watch, mark my words, Nightwave Radio live from a fucking hotel temporarily for a couple months until I sort out the IRS. I got to sort out the IRS beef. And then I could buy a house. Ladies and gentlemen, live from the Comfort Inn and Suites. And it won't even be Tampa. It'll be like live from the Comfort Inn and Suites from Plant City, Florida. It's Mersh. Wait, radio. That'd be great. Oh, fuck, man. That was fun. That was actually fun. It was almost worth all this bullshit just for the fun. And I know it cut out, but I recorded this, so I'm going to upload the nice, clean, recorded clip to that Google Drive, and we'll get fucking tapered it. Thank you, Spectrum. Robert Winsman says, I can't believe you said all of that shit to Spectrum. Fuck them. I can't believe they treat me the way they treat me. Bitch interrupted my dad. Oh, yeah, baby.